Fancy some politics? Well, forget this place, or this place. You want to head here.
To Hollywood, home of movies, of course, and increasingly home to movements as well.
I want all the girls watching here and now to know that a new day is on the horizon.
Just ask Oprah. Her rousing speech at the Golden Globes against sexual harassment wowed the crowds. But that stage and others here just as likely now to be platforms for making points rather than thanking agents.
I do think that this is an exceptional time in the industry.
Actress Meryl Streep used her opportunity to lambast the president at last year's Golden Globes.
It was that moment when the person asking to sit in the most respected seat in our country imitated a disabled reporter, someone he outranked in privilege, power, and the capacity to fight back.
It's our time to have wage equality once and for all and equal rights for women in the United States of America.
Patricia Arquette, too, 3 years ago at the Oscars, demanding female equality. This year, it's time's up. The movement started after allegations of sexual impropriety by film producer Harvey Weinstein. He was one of Hollywood's most powerful men, leading to a self-enforced black-only dress code at the Golden Globes and an all-female presenting lineup at the Screen Actors Guild Awards.
Me Too, Time's Up, it's about workplace harassment, it's about people like Harvey Weinstein abusing power, it's about representation, and I think that this is a moment where quality and engagement go hand in hand.
Remember the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite? Even the host, Chris Rock, making a point that year.
Well, I'm here at the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the White People's Choice Awards.
The social media campaign that claimed the Oscars were racist, and it was more than words.
It was about action too, ultimately leading to massive reforms at the Academy, like a pledge to double the number of female and ethnic minority members by 2020 and a limit to lifetime voting rights.
Academy President Cheryl Boone Isaacs acknowledging we've been a more than predominantly white institution for a long time. We thought we've got to change this and reflect the community much better.
Do all of these political movements, do they underline the integrity of the Oscars, or do you think they distract from the Oscars?
Both. I think they take away and they distract.
But Stephen Verona isn't sold on the way things are changing.
It's becoming like a soapbox. And that's not what it's about.
He's a Hollywood director and long-time Academy member, one of the people who gets to pick the winners. Here's his take.
I won't say I'm a purist, but I think there's room for everything, but there's a time and place. And I don't think bringing you political views, I don't think people getting up on stage and not thanking, but making their own speeches, I don't think that's right. That's not why they're there.
Looking at all of these, there are a lot of politics in Hollywood. Are we in danger of losing sight of what the Oscars are about, i.e. films?
Well, I think the Oscars are still always going to be about the movies and the wonderful films that came out in the past year. But you have to remember that this is a stage where these people can speak to millions of people in the country and around the world. So they have a moment to really say something important. And I think in a political time like we're living in now, a lot of people want to take advantage of that opportunity.
And they almost certainly will again on Sunday. The biggest of all the awards ceremonies, the most watched globally. If ever there was a point to be made, this is the place to be heard. Lavelle, CGTN, Hollywood.